hi, welcome back to Sheppo Does Jumping Puzzles. This is a continuation of the last video, which was Morgan's Leap. Pretty simple. We're going to take things up a notch now. Things are going to get a little bit more tricky. We're going to be doing Dark Reverie, and it's quite well hidden. You wouldn't normally have a good reason to go to where this jumping puzzle is, and it almost passed me completely by. I was just looking at the jumping puzzles that I hadn't completed at the time, and if you mouse over one of the titles, it tells you on some of them exactly where it is, which is really useful. Explore the Dream Dark Enclave. Well, I remember the Dream Dark Enclave because I came here fairly early on. It's in here. It kicked my ass, and I never went back in because there was no real reason to go back in. But we're going to go back in now. See how we get on. Alright, so a couple of little tips before you come here. Number one, you need somebody with ranged abilities. If you're doing it in a group, if you don't have any, then you need somebody who's got ranged abilities, ranged damage. Number two, you will find it very useful to disable double tap to evade, because there's a lot of very intricate jumps, and if you fall off, it's going to kill you. You don't want to be rolling off. That would make you look like an idiot. I'll show you probably exactly how that looks in a few minutes. And secondly, you don't want to be using any weapons that are going to make you kind of jump unnecessarily. So as a ranger, a short sword is a good example, because that just makes you jump all over the place. So I'm just going to... I actually got rid of my other bow, didn't I? That was rather stupid of me. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep my short bow and great sword combo. And we're going to head over here. This is just immediately after where we've just finished Morgan's Leap. If you're doing this from scratch, then obviously you want to come to the spiral waypoint, do Morgan's Spiral, jump over, and then just follow the hill round to the north. And we've got these mortars here. They're absolute pain in the ass. These are what make this so difficult, because they can hit you from quite a way away. They can hit you when you can't even see them most of the time, and they put you into combat. And as you know, as I've said many times before, once you're in combat you move a lot slower, so you might start missing some of your jumps, for example. Right, and we don't have anyone else here doing this at the minute, so that probably means I'm immediately getting hit by something. It probably means I'm going to fail. He's out of combat now, so let's ignore him. But we have these mortars here, look, they're dotted around. As soon as you see one and as soon as it's in range, just kill it. Now we do have some other kind of turrets as well, which... Ignore the screaming, that's my Azura being a big baby. We have these bursting brambles, which don't fire at range to you, but they do an AoE, and the AoE is massive. It's an AoE effect, and I think it's a knockback on it as well, which is pretty terrible. Right, so we just want to drop down at this point. We want to get onto the floor. This isn't actually the jumping puzzle. This is the getting to the floor puzzle. A couple of things to note about this place. There's quite a lot of mobs. We've got this summoned husk. Husks are quite tricky. Generally they're pretty tricky. They're quite tough. I think they've got a lot of armor or something, but anyway, they usually hit pretty hard as well and are hard to kill. We've also got some veteran mobs dotted around, and obviously we've got these brambles and mortars. And all kinds of stuff, and there's a pack of dogs somewhere going around, but I can't see them at the minute. It's probably a good indicator if it's a good time to go. And we're going to head over here. We've got these mushrooms. I'll do a little zoom in there so you can see where we're heading to. And if you're doing this on your own, my advice to you is don't worry about combat. Just ignore all the mobs in here. There's no real reason to actually attack them. Get onto... Wow, I can't even make that jump. Get onto the mushrooms, get out of combat. I said get on the mushrooms, get out of combat. Don't worry too much about that thing there, attacking my pet. We're just going to ignore it. These jumps here we can do whilst being in combat, it's not a problem. I'm going to swap my pet out.
Someone, I chose you.
And that should take me out of combat. Now they're not attacking me. Is that one attacking me? Okay, that one is attacking me. But that's fine. We'll shoot that from up here. We've got a spider there. Spiders are pretty awesome because they've got a ranged attack. Right, now if you're in a group, there's a chest there, so you might want to kill these mobs, go for the group. There's the dogs I was telling you about. But I'm not really that fussed about the chests. I've done this already, so it's fine. It's not. If it's a splendid chest, maybe I'd be a bit more bothered about it, but it's not. Okay, like I say, keep an eye out for any turrets or these bursting bombers. I mean, you can see there the size of the AoE it does. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's just get that out of the way. And there's probably going to be another one up here when we get up there. There it is. And I'm not sure. Well, we can actually hit that from here, so that's pretty good.
Come here.
Okay. It's going pretty well so far. That probably means I'm going to die now. Right, now we're going to walk around this branch. I've put walk on. You'll need to bind walk if you're a little bit... Oh. Panic mode there. I've actually put auto. Auto walk on. Right, this is all going well. We're out of combat. I don't see any more turrets anywhere. There was probably one above us that'll start attacking when we get a bit higher. No, it's all looking pretty good. There's a bramble over there. Can that hit us? It's not attacking us, so I'm guessing it probably not. We are going to get a bit closer to it. We're going to go over to this branch over here. Sure enough, it's starting to attack us.
Come here.
In case you're wondering, as a ranger, I have a few points into Beastmaster. When you and your pet gain 2 seconds of quickness when you swap pets out, it actually is enough quickness to double your attacks, your attack frequency, so it's pretty awesome. Okay, these jumps again. Nothing too tricky here, apart from this jump here. We've got this kind of... This jump is a killer, literally a killer, because it's... We shouldn't be able to make that jump. Oh, we've got a turret up there as well.
And now, to destroy you.
I can't actually hit it. That's not good, because now we're in combat, and it can hit me. And we need to... Oh, it's there it is, look. Yeah, if you fall from this height, you're dead. No two ways about it. Okay, so don't try and jump on that mushroom, because it's at a funny angle, and I see more people fall off of that than actually make it. Instead, we're going to jump onto the stalk coming out of the branch there. And hopefully we don't fuck this up. There we go. And that really is the hardest part of this jumping puzzle. The rest of it jumping on... Oh dear, almost fell then. The rest of it is just jumping up onto these mushrooms, and they're not difficult jumps now. And there's a splendid chest. And there we go. At that point, you're going to get your achievement. You've got a lovely, splendid chest to open. And, pretty rubbish dagger, a mace, and oh, garnet pebble is quite nice. I'll take that. There you go. Dark Reverie. Very well hidden. In fact, all of them in this zone are pretty well hidden, apart from Morgan's Spiral. But really difficult. And my tips really are: avoid fighting things on the floor, because it's just really not worth it. Just get across from one mushroom to the other and you should be fine. Okay, we've got one more puzzle in this zone to finish. I'll upload that next, and then we're going to move on to a different zone, I think, because I'm a bit bored of these trees. They're getting a bit rubbish, aren't they? Alright, see you then.